Hello everybody, this is Maris Pipito and today I'm going to present the 5 agricultural system practiced around the world. I explore different countries just to discover agricultural system that they have been practicing for years. So let's start. So as we all know that agriculture plays a very important role in humankind. It doesn't only enhances the country's economy but it also helps individual survival through the food that we eat, and thanks to the farmers because they contribute a lot in the agricultural system in the world. So the first agricultural system that I will present is the commercial dairy farming, and the most unique example of this is the Rotterdam's floating dairy farm. So as you can see in the picture, this is the floating dairy farm of Netherlands. So how was Rotterdam's floating dairy farm idea formed? So it was inspired by the Hurricane Sandy that was hit in Netherlands in the year 2012, and where it leads to the food crisis. The food in the malls and supermarkets have been reduced because of the hurricane, and the team develop a plan in where they can make a dairy farm that floats in the sea. So this farm is a climate adaptive farm that is flexible to move in the water despite of the flood and rising of sea levels. So the technology use of the farming process includes modern technology like the robots, and where it fed, it milk and distributes, and um, it automatically remove the manure of the cows. The robots help the production or the food production of the cows. So what are the function of the building structure? So as you can see, I put here a video and you can watch it. So it is a 3-layer building for food processing, gathering of resources. So this floating farm generates its own electricity electricity from floating solar panels. So it reduces energy, and the water is from the rain, and where it includes membrane technology and goes back as a drinking water for the cows. So floating farm is very important because it helps combat climate change. It reduces usage of soil, it reduces longer transportation, and it helps the conservation of agricultural land. So it is very essential to have this farm soon in different countries. So the next is terrace cultivation. So one example is the Banawi rice terraces. It is known to us, right? So Banawi terraces is cultivated by Ifugao. So these terraces that you see here is cultivated through the hand. So it is handmade. So terrace cultivation mostly fall into subsistence farming, and where they only cultivate rice for daily consumption of their family and not for sale. So they use Sweden or shifting cultivation also here, and the irrigation system are from forest. It means mountain streams and springs exploit and stream into canals that run downhill through the rice terraces. So I put a video for more information on how the Ifugao made rice terraces. So different countries that use rice cultivation or terraces cultivation is Indonesia and China. So terrace cultivation is important also because it doesn't only help cultural identity of the country, but it also help other people, Asian people, to provide the needs of their generation. So next is gardening and fruit farming. So this is also a type of agricultural system, and where it is highly need to be taken care of. So hydroponic system is used in gardening and fruit farming. So hydroponics is defined as a cultivation of plants with the use of water technology rather than using a soil. So how hydroponic system works? So it works through the control of the pH, plant temperature, while exposure to nutrients and water. So since it is modernized, so you can control the electricity or the production of the farm. So the countries that uses hydroponics are also in London, United Kingdom. So as you can see, it is located here in underground water in urban city. So I've put here some video for more information. As you can see, it is a 5-story farm from underground water that uses hydroponic method system. So the main goal is to supply food near the city, especially in a supermarket and restaurant. So mainly, um, this kind of system is fall into commercial farming because it is for sale, right? The main goal is to gain profit. So the next is okay, aquaponics is also example of of I mean sorry, it is also one of the example of using hydroponic system. So as you can see here in the picture. So next is plantation farming. So plantation farming is very important to countries because some of the products are used for export and transport of goods. So plantation farming cultivates crops for commercial purposes. Plantation farming system and its input, so it includes a lot of effort and needs to be put in a large scale because it is for sale and traded into different countries. So it needs a lot of machineries, a lot of labor work, a lot of workers to put things right. So did you know that the British are the one who introduced India and the plantation farming? So India is has a good climate towards plantation because they have tropical climate which is very essential for plantation farming. So these are the plantation abundant in India. This is the plantation crops. So as you can see here, you can see the tea plantation in located in Kumalay, Tamil Nadu. So the importance of plantation farming, it is very important because it plays a lot of significance in trading markets in different countries. It enhances the business sector of the country. So lastly is the integrated crop and livestock system. So integrated crop and livestock system is both raising crop and animals in food production inside a one frame. So the process involves giving mutually benefit through giving both nutrients to plants with the use of manure of animals and plants used for food and for animals. Animals and plants both plays a vital role in this agricultural system. So this crop and livestock system cultivates and breed for breeding purposes. It balances the nutrients around the process and conserve water through feeding the animals and use animal waste as a fertilizer. So these are the countries that practice integrated crop and lifestyle, includes Sri Lanka and South Africa. So it is very important to consider that integrated crop and livestock is also beneficial in agricultural system because it enhances or it reduces waste through recycling because it can be used as a fertilizer, right? So that would be all, and I hope that you will read my blog. I choose this blog as specific as possible and give example for you to understand clearly. So that would be all, and thank you for listening.